Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, mothers, fathers, daughters, sons, brothers, and sisters. This is the Apex Online Racing PC Project Cars 2 Endurance League Season 4, round number 6, 2 hours of the Nurburgring. My name is King-Kodiak, and I'll be your commentator throughout this evening's race. We have got 25 drivers in with us, although Mr. Andrix here in the Roaring Aston was reporting he was feeling rather unwell, so we may lose him early on. Let's have a look at who we have got. One tyre returns in the Toyota car number 5. We have WhatsApp in one of the LMP2s, one of the DGOs. Carbon Cutter UK, try that again. Carbon Cutter UK in the black Ford. We have got Logan in that's a Honda-powered Ligier. Interesting choice. But welcome to you, a name I'm not familiar with from previously in the Endurance League, but we welcome any and all to the season. Bo, now with a GTR tag on. Wow, fair play to you. In the red, white and blue Ford, we have got Sir Blasterlot. Oh, there goes the road going. He's in the Ligier. Hello to you people, lovely people in the chat so early on. Glad to have you with us. Garky in the Porsche is come to a halt. Hopefully he'll get back in the way very soon, as we can see that he is. Who else do we have? Flecky und Sky in his yellow Ford. Oh, they moved there. Went for Endless and got Marauder instead. Now, Endless, last time we saw him, had the TX3 tag on. Interesting that he's no longer running that. Has he fallen out with the organisation? Hopefully not. CXB, I said it out of habit. Endless then in the Audi. He's roaring on. Marauder in the M6. SRK Marauder, no less. Lucas in the Audi. Yorkie in the Toyota. And it's a Porsche. Lama Louie. I don't recall that name previously. That's the middle Audi in that particular pack. Smolder, Corvette. Grzanchik, Porsche. Berserker, Audi. Nunu also in the Audi. Is Berserker running them? One of them is running the lower downforce version. I forget which is which. I think that's the higher downforce one. See with the really different nose is the big giveaway between the two. Interesting. Zenvo, TX3 Zenvo, otherwise known as Zeddy, in the black and green LMP2 Spudbuster in the Porsche. Crop. A second Aston. Hello to you. We're starting to see some times. Come on the board. DBW. In the Porsche is in the pits, not moving. Dawu in the Corvette. Roaring on, love the noise of that. Joey! With a different clan tag on this time, he is in the LMP2. F1 Racer, also in the Porsche. Andrex, as previously mentioned, in his beloved Aston. Yorkie currently leads the way. And it's Nunu in the low downforce version. Thank you for that, Smoking Puppy. Lucas jumps into second. Oh dear, that was someone that was slightly unfortunately positioned there. My Nurburgring map. Even though ironically me and Andrew commentated on the GT3 race yesterday at the combined Nord's Nurburgring circuit, I am hopeless at remembering corner names. Especially when they are not in my native language. We got one tyre on the board then in third position in the Toyota. 10 minutes of the quali session remaining. It's not a 24-hour simulation, no, it is a 2-hour endurance race of the Nurburgring. P-Cars isn't really built for a 24-hour simulation. Well, you could, but doing the whole driver change thing is exceedingly complicated. There's no real mechanic for it, so won't be able to do that. We have gained M-Power. Ironic, BMW M-Power in a Corvette. But, there we go. We are now up to 26 drivers, more the merrier. I completely misread your question. Are you saying we're simulating 24 hours in the race? I can... Oh, goodness me. It's been a long day. And hello from Romania. I'm not entirely sure how to pronounce your name, I'm afraid. I wholeheartedly apologize. Chioda? No, that's going to be horrible. Gabriel, I will go with that. Yes, Smoking Puppy makes a good point there. If you're interested in getting involved in this season, reserves are always out there. Always on the hunt. It's not just the one tier we have for PC. PS4 also has its endurance season as well. So head over to the forums, sign up, get involved. You may have lunatics like me screaming at your on-track antics. Alternatively, keep an eye on the forums for next season. There does tend to be a fairly sizable gap between the seasons, but nonetheless, they will definitely run. Hello from Switzerland. Infinite Flight Streams. Unusual name. Hello and welcome to everybody in the chat. It is great to see you all here. Who's leading our GTEs? It is Bo in the Ford. Well. The Fords haven't had a great run in this season so far. But it's good to see that they are getting towards the sharper end. I'll go through the championship standings. Wow, that was determined. I'll go through the championship standings when we are heading down to the grid before the formation lap. Just so you can see where everybody is. Only 3 NMP2s, unfortunately. Which Zenny is currently lead off. He's just coming over the line. Yorkie is improved on his fastest lap with that 1:35.047. Zenny, well, 1:43.8. So Blasterlots is the next NMP2 down the line with Logan in the pits. Still 7 minutes to go. So plenty of time for him to come out and do something. As previously mentioned, he's just coming strong. Wow, he's not resting on his laurels at all in the side. Oh, that's deep. He's just come out of the pit, so it doesn't really matter. Worn tyre bangs in. 1:35.505 also in the Toyota. Very nice. The Toyota pairing of Yorkie and Worn tyre leading the way in the LMP1s at the moment. So we have got 10 LMP1s, 11 GTEs, and sadly only 3 LMP2s. Bo doing a good job in the GTEs. 1:51.844. Logan's only actually 0.02 of a second quicker than that, so he's really struggling at the moment in that LMP2. Marauder in the M6. Well, a decent showing so far. Marauder has not had the best of luck in this season so far. So a good effort so far to be second on the grid in class. Smolder in the Corvette in third with Dawu, the next Corvette down the line in fifth, sorry. Oh, that's why he was fourth, because Empower has just jumped up the order in the blue Corvette. That's going to cash me out several times. Well, 1:51.421 gets the GTE pole time by 0.4 of a second. Very nicely done indeed. And Lucas has jumped up to the top spot in the LMP1s with a 1:34.660. By just shy of 0.4 ahead of Yorkie, but of course we still have 5.5 minutes remaining. And what's up? Oh, we actually have 5 LMP2s. My mistake. I didn't notice Joey actually right down the mixed in with the GTEs. He's just coming through Hatzbergsburg and heading up to the Vidal. He's going to catch. Oh no, he's that blue one behind was Logan, I believe. Let's just follow Joey through the remainder. Yeah, exactly, Cleveland. And does Joey improve? He's turned on his lights. Now that's an indication, for those unfamiliar with multi-class racing here, or multi-class endurance racing here at AOR. Oops, that's not how you do turn one, sir. If your headlights are on, that's a clear indication that you are on a timed lap. So there's a big... Oh, he's got heavy coming through turn 3 there. May want to back off of that. Oh, goodness. And he's still pressing on, I think. So if your headlights are on, that's a clear indication to everybody around it that you are on a time lap. As Joey then continues to press on, he should improve from 155.486. That puts him right the way down towards the tail end of the LMP2s. Everybody with a time on the board now, but still time just under 4 minutes remaining for people to get a new time on the board. Even those in the pits still have time to come out. When you bring up the map, we'll see that it's a pretty busy track at the moment. Most people are out there setting times, but wow, we have a 33 on the board by Berserker in the Audi. 1:33.998. Oh, what a time by Berserker. Indeed, Cleowen, I am flying solo in this one. So, yep, I will be manning the box solo for this 2-hour event. Who else should we find? Zenny is actually still out there. I mean, he's 3 seconds clear nearly of the next LMP2, which is Sir Blasterlot. Across the line, does he improve? No headlights on, so it would indicate he's on an outlap. What a stunner for say Zenbo hasn't put his headlights on, it's not mandatory. Indeed, if Andrex does choose to retire, he's not feeling very well, he may well come and join me in the commentary box, as he did yesterday in the GT3 race we had at the Nurburgring Nordschleife combined. Oh, Zenny, that's very, very twitchy, so easy to do. And yep, he's jumped back. Oh, he's actually, he shouldn't be able to make it. He's got time to do an outlap. Blue back. I know what you mean there, Smoking Puppy. Oh, Speed Demon, sorry, I made that particular comment, my mistake. Lucas is about to cross the line. He jumps around one of the Astons. He does not improve, but on a time lap. Let's follow him through. Through turn 1, then into the Mercedes arena. It's amazing the cornering speed these LMP1s have. Well, it's amazing what cornering speed they have everywhere, let alone. Oh, that's close. Now through 4, screaming on down through the fairly non-existent turn 5. That's up slight right. King's got one of the blue Corvettes ahead. Oh, get out of the way. That's very close, but shouldn't have held Lucas up too much, but that's put him completely off for the forward curve, and he is off the road. He will not have time. Oh, he may feel very aggrieved by that. But that is the end of Lucas's run. Where's Yorkie? He is coming through. I think that's the bit curve he's coming through. Nope, that was the Schumacher Essex. Oh no, that was the same point. He's just come through the forward curve. I think he's backed off though. 1 minute remaining. Spudbuster returns to the pits. He will do no better than 8th position with a 1:39.304. His day is done. Where's Warm Tyre in the Toyota? He's just started a lap, so let's actually continue where we left off. He's just come through 3 and 4 now. Keeps it legal. Through 5, streaming on down the short straight to turn 6. Wow, it's amazing the speed they can carry through there. Now through the forward curve, turn 7. This is where it went wrong for Lucas previously. Berserker's actually come out, but he won't have time to complete the outlap. Now down to Dunlop. Uses every available bit. He was quite late to the apex, but that may be out of choice. Oh, the tail looked very lively then. Through the Schumacher S's, turn 9, turn 10, just about keeps it legal, but he's got 2 GTEs. Oh, get out of the way, Porsche, don't turn in. No, that's done, that is ruined. Oh, no. Oh, and Yorkie has given himself a pit lane violation. He's got himself a 2, he's sped in the pit lane. Oh, no, he's lost 2 grid places from 3rd. Oh, no, there's no way to appeal that either, but that went horribly wrong for Warm Tyre. Lucas is back out there, the checkered flag is out, as you can see. Anyone on a time lap will be able to complete it. The Audi's looking like they're ruling the roost here. Where's Nunu? He's coming towards... It's been a while since... because we didn't spend too much time in the Nurburgring yesterday when we were looking at North, so I'm having to remember my visual cues. That's Kumo, bit curve, he's now coming through, but he's not really pushing too hard. He's indeed jumping out of the way of somebody else coming through. Where's Brzanczyk? There he is, coming through the same part of the track in the Porsche. Again, not sure he's looking to improve. Zenny once again leading the LMP2s. He's coming to complete his lap. 1:43.878 is his time. Does he improve? I think he's already invalidated the lap though, so he's just coming to complete it. And there we go. Was indeed not an improvement. Bo is leading the GTEs unless Empower can do anything about it in the Corvette. He's coming up to the Vidal chicane. Nicely done through turns 14 and 15. Now up to the Coca-Cola curve. Final turn. Keep it steady. Keep it clean. Only 2 cars on track. That's Empower and TBW. Does Empower improve? We'll see in a minute. TBW had already ended the lap. Oh, another grid as a grid penalty for Nunu as well. Oh no! But Berserker leads the way in the LMP1s, and Zenny leads the LMP2s, and Bo did indeed hang on to the lead for the GTEs. Oh dear, Logan is right the way down there. I think he'll actually be promoted up. I'm pretty sure the classes are lumped together, but we will see what happens when that. But oh, Yorkie, goodness me, a simple mistake. You could have just either not put the pit lane speed limiter on in time, or taken it off by accident. Right, I'm going to bring up the championship standings so you can see where everybody is. Give me a second. Unfortunately, I didn't have time to prepare this graphic in advance. So for that, I apologise. So what I'm going to do is bring up the forum page. If I can just navigate to the right place. And where are we? And so you can see where we stand, who is where, etc., etc. Right. Standings, here we are then. So where we stand currently with our LMPs is like so. Endless at the top of the table, missing 2 or failing to finish in 2 rounds, didn't finish in Spa or in Daytona, but has 1-2 and was second at Monza. So leads away by only 2 points over Lucas. Berserker 3, Warpsire 4, and Yorkie 5th with Brzanczyk 6, Nuni 7, Spudbuster 8, Bird in 9, Louis 10, Skarky 11, Jezza and Borderline we do not have with us. Our GT LMP2s look like so, of which we only have 5. Zenny is actually tied to the top with Scott. Scott we don't have with us, nor do we have Takano McCoy. Joey has had some pretty decent results, but has struggled a little bit, as you can see. With Ulti in there, who's not with us this evening. Dakuza, Raging Beard, Astrid, Crop is with us. Blasterlot, Turing, Gregwin, Doc, and Larkso. And as for our GTEs, Smolder is leading the way, just 2 points ahead of Andrex. So very, very close again at the top with Dari, Marauder, TBW. TBW being very much the consistent runner there. Van Ommen, who won a Daytona in the GTE class pretty convincingly, as I can recall. As you can hear, the engines are starting with the Hunter, Lindholtz, Cornwald, Empower, who joined us and won the GTE class at Spa. With Leon Beppo, F1 Racer, Dalking, Flecky, Carbon, 2 Desertbank, and Clank. Right, let's head down to the grid then. This is a rolling start. Oh, Nunu, have we lost you already? Oh, no. What a shame. We have lost 1. We are indeed down to 25. That is a travesty. Unfortunately, losing Nunu early on. So Berserker is leading the field through the circuit. They will do a parade lap to get everything warmed up and what have you. And they will reform the 2x2 line around about the bit curve. And then that'll be down to 50 miles an hour, 80 kilometers an hour to start the race good and proper. So, leading the way in the LMPs once is Berserker. There's Zenny, who leads the LMP2s. Map, you'll see they're all fairly close together at the moment. Oh, bit of a gap there. And the GTEs, led by Bo, in the Ford. Look at that glorious line of GTEs working their way through the field. The two Audis at the front really are keen to get on with it. They are leaving the rest of the LMP ones a little bit behind. So as mentioned, for those unfamiliar with the format of the Endurance League, we have this formation lap. You can see where they are coming through the Schumacher S's now, where everything is kept warm and what have you. See the weaving going on in the background. Now the LMP1s, the LMP2s and GTs are going to spread out as far as the gaps between the classes. You can see the gap between the LMP2s and the GTEs. The LMP2s need to back up a little bit from the LMP1s. It's just so we can try and cover the start of each category. And as they come through the Hans-Spitzbergen, they will form the 2x2 line, and there you can see Berserker stop weaving, and there is Lucas getting into position. So they'll now reform the 2x2 line, drop the speed down to 50 miles an hour, that's 80 kilometers an hour, give or take. And that will be formed through to the line. You can see the LMP2s just forming up as well in the same vein. All 5 of those then formed up. Now they will back off away from the LMP1s, and GTEs will also form in exactly the same manner. Let's keep an eye then on our hybrid monsters. Oh, Nunu, don't tell me you hit that big red button after the qualifying session. Berserker, then, as soon as he is ready, he will floor it to signify the beginning of the race. There we go. We are racing here at Nurburgring. A great start then for the Toyotas on the second row. They are swamping Lucas. And there goes Yorkie diving on the inside of turn 1. Worn tyre jumping around the outside, trying to do something about getting up into third position. An impact between Lucas and, oh, big one, those Yorkie in third. It was Worn tyre that jumped through into second. Oh, contact already between our lead LMPs. Oh, a bit of lag there. Apologies for that. It's Louis with Endless already ahead. Everyone else seems to have got through okay. Oh, that was Garkey that was slightly out of kilter. Now the LMP2s are underway. Wow, that's someone going very wide. Zenny leading the way. Joey second with WhatsApp right with him. Those two swan positions. Well, that was Blasterlight, I think, that was wandering wide. Now our GTEs. There is Bo fending off Empower, as Empower on the inside of turn 2 is really trying to... Oh no, there's one of the Astons is on Andrix. It is! Oh no, disaster then for the... Oh, a bigger disaster then for Smolder! Oh, the GTE class leader who's lost his rear wing. Oh, goodness me. That has gone horribly wrong for several people. Let's jump back up to our class lead. It's the nature of the beast. It's a long race. You can see it. 2-hour countdown has begun at the top of the field, at the top of the screen, I beg your pardon. So really challenging this hard is not the ideal way of going about an endurance race, but when the visor's down, the lights have gone out, it's difficult not to. Yorkie under a lot of pressure by Lucas at the moment, and wow, the field has really spread out quite a lot. Usually the field stays much more clumped up than that. But very quickly our runners are spreading out. Lucas trying to hang on to the back of the Toyota. Oh, that's very deep for Lucas coming through turn 1. Spudbuster is hanging on to the back of Esgarki as well. The two Porsches, 7th and 8th at the moment. And Brzanczyk is in the pit already, the third pitter for LMP1. It's gone horribly wrong for him. No class has gotten away unscathed, I don't think. Zenny continues to lead the way in the LMP2s. There's WhatsApp in second. That's Astrid Aslani. With Logan in third position in the blue car, with Joe coming through. So he's lost a couple of positions in the first lap. There you can see our GTEs coming in. Oh, goodness me, Sir Blasterlock right the way down there towards the back of the GTEs there. It's Smolder that's coming in to get a new rear wing on. Empower has gotten the lead of the GTE class now in the Corvette. The Ford in short order. There's Marauder in the M6. That's a pretty good run for him. F1 Racer is there. That's the Porsche. That's a pretty decent start for him. There's Dabu with Carbon Cutter in the Black Ford in very short order. Flecky and Sky right behind. And then a pretty big train. That's Sir Blasterlock coming to the back of Crop, TBW, Andrex, and Flecky and Sky. in this four-way battle. That's the Porsche of TPW going a little bit wide there, coming through turn 4. So easy to do. Andrex having a look on the inside, coming into turn 6. And the Porsche hangs on to that. Andrex, I would imagine, didn't try to force the issue too hard, especially if he is not feeling too well. How many races are left in the season? We are over the halfway point. It's 3 races left, including this one. So round 6, 7, and 8. Oh, that was close to running wide. The races remaining. Oh, hello, Tino. Good to see you. Good to see you. So it's here and Indianapolis and Le Mans. Of course, where else could the Endurance League finish other than the mighty Le Mans? 4.5 seconds, nearly 5 seconds, indeed over 5 seconds now is the lead Berserker has. That's Brzancic that's coming up to be lapped. Now, for those uncertain of the rules regarding lapping in the Endurance League, keep an eye on Endless as he chases Yorkie. That is now for 4th, as Lucas has gone up into 3rd and has actually got himself a couple of seconds on Yorkie, so that has shuffled around at the top. If you're in the same class, such as Berserker on, and you can see that Brzancic's actually allowed Berserker through without fight, so he would not have held up his class leader. That is correct. You have to jump out of the way of those in the same class as you. But when these guys catch the tail of the GTEs, oh, Endless, that was close. So when these guys catch the tail of the GTEs do not have to jump out of the way, and it is indeed. Well, same with the LMP2s as well, when the LMP1s catch up to them. It is indeed encouraged they don't jump out of the way, as the faster cars have the speed and the grip to be able to get past them without them having to deviate from the line. So the slower cars remain on the racing line, the faster ones have to find their way around them. Endless challenges for 4th position from Yorkie. Garkey and Spudbuster continue their battle. In the Porsches, oh, Spud's a little bit wide coming through, unless he's allowing him through. They are in the same car, of course. Well, if he allowed him through, it looked like he changed his mind at the last minute there. Oh, wow! Spud was not happy about that. I don't think there was any team orders going on there. Goodness. Oh, Lucas is in trouble. Lucas has dropped down to 3rd, so he's made a mistake somewhere before the Dunlop curve. And has dropped down to 5th, so that's elevating Yorkie and Endless up a position. Zenny, as we've come to expect, is... Oh! Commentator curse on Zenny! No sooner was I about to say he is screaming away from the rest of the LMPGs, which he is, he then goes and points it the wrong way. Oh dear. Empower really charging away from the rest of the GTEs. 4 seconds is his gap between himself and Bo in the Ford. With Marauder in fairly short order as well. F1 Racer in the lead. Porsche is just behind. And there you can see that's Berserker. Now, if we ride on board with Berserker, this is another reason why they don't want the slower cars, the GTEs and the LMPGs jumping out of the way, because they don't have a lot of visibility. And there, you saw how Berserker made his way past Marauder. Marauder's line was fairly predictable to guess, so that then allowed Berserker to pick his line correctly and fly on past. As he now makes his way past the Ford. Be, of course, Bo. He'll split a lap on the rest of the field. 5 seconds roughly between himself and one tyre. Field now begins to settle down. Still some battling going on in our GTEs, and yes, this is what the slower classes are going to have for quite some time. Also, this Blaster Light is in amongst the GTEs. He's actually in LMP2. Oh, that's a little bit close. Was that Lucas? No, it must have been Endless. It was. Endless has made a mistake. He's lost 4th. Oh, careful, Corvette. Now, the GTEs do have to have a bit of awareness about them. Oh dear, is Lucas. Oh no, that's Lucas and Endless tangling up there. Maybe some words said about that. But they continue nonetheless. Garkey is the first to get his name on the penalty board with a 1 second time penalty. That will be fairly inconsequential by the end of the race, unless he's been involved in a battle by that point. Joey's had some struggles as well. He's finding himself actually behind Empower for position. Was very, very cautious by the LMP2 coming through turn 1. Very confident there by the Corvette. Stunning effort there by Empower to actually start challenging the LMP2s. He's, what is he between himself and the next in class? Seems a good... Where is Bo? There is Bo, so about 5 seconds or so. Oh, wasn't too far off, 4 seconds. Marauder on the back of what's actually Brzancic. There's another one of the Audis. Brzancic and the Porsche you just saw coming off the bottom of the screen there. Andrex is in close quarters, and we saw him have an early problem on lap 1. He's now chasing the Ford of Carbon Cutter through 6 and 7. Smoking Puppy, you've been subscribed before the channel was called AOR. I think it was actually Dan's as opposed to Stevie's. I'm pretty sure the channel name used to be McLaren Dan. The second Aston in line is Crop. He is on the back of TPW. That is a battle for 8th position. So now the guys are going to have to think about how they're going to do their strategies. Of course, would have practiced to plan how they're going to handle their pit stops and what have you before this point, but now that the field is spread out very, very quickly, which I'm a little surprised at. But that's the nature of the beast. Another Audi comes past Empower. Ooh, steady on. Oh dear, that's one of the LMP2s, that's Joey. Not convinced about that, Smoking Puppy, because Dan was the one that used to host the AOR podcasts. So again, I'm pretty sure this one belonged to Dan. By the way, Smoking Puppy, on a personal note to me, has also been one of my supporters through my various Project CARS channels. Ah, there is Stevie. Hello to you, sir. Right on the lap with our current leader Berserker as he comes towards. That's the VDOL chicane. Oops, a little deep. Now up to the final turn, so Berserker really can pile in the laps. Wow, he's getting into the 35s. No one is close to him today. Absolutely stunning effort from Berserker. Does Berserker find himself in the LMP? Berserker is currently 3rd. But only 3 points off the lead. Actually, the top 4 are separated by just 4 points. Absolutely amazing stuff in our LMPs. Down towards turn 3. Taking a lot of curb there, but keeping it legal. Two wheels within the white lines. Through 4 and 5. Through 6. Into the Ford curve. Corvettes ahead. See on the left-hand side here, the only people challenging for position as Andrex gets his name on the penalty board. That in itself is very rare. But only Crop and TPW are in a battle for position. Oh, Berserker to jump out of the way of the Corvette on the exit of the Dunlop curve. Hello to Heidi, good to see you as well. Through the Kumo curve. Bit curve, which is always very daunting in particularly in the Audis, because you can't see the right-hand apexes very well. I think the Toyota is the reverse of that. And then into the VDOL again. It's a much tighter configuration. They use the coned off one, the faster one when they're doing the Nords combined. Game's broken. Andrews doesn't get penalties. And that is a lap of the Nurburgring as hosted or displayed by Berserker. So 1 second penalty then for Spudbuster, Garkey, and also for Andrex. pushing a little bit too hard too early. Wow, Berserker's lead over one tyre is over 6 seconds now as the Toyota presses on. I was right, the Toyota's wheel being on the left means you can see the right-hand corners perfectly well. But the left-hand apexes are obscured. But to a lesser degree, the view, in my opinion, is much easier in the Toyota than it is in the Audi. Wow, the wall tyre stamps on the gas getting out of turn 7. Flies on through the Dunlop. Yorkie in third now has broken away from Endless, as you can see. Roughly 2.5 seconds there as the Corvette. Oh, wow, Yorkie's very deep. There's a bit of a later apex coming out of the Dunlop curve. Endless, as mentioned, 2.5 seconds behind, and Lucas is only 1.5 seconds behind again. So those two Audis in fairly short order. With Lama Louis, he's coming up to the Dunlop himself, about 17-18 seconds between himself and Lucas at present. But Lucas now is, oh wow, that's less than a second between Lucas and Endless. Scream up towards the VDOL. It looks like Lucas is going to want to maintain that pressure to try and get up the field. Of course, a long way to go, as you can see at the top. That's my problem with the Audi. You just could not see the apex coming around that last turn. Oh, Logan's in trouble. Yeah, LMP2 runner has made a mistake just after Dunlop curve. Loses a position to Empower and to Bo. Top 3, so the lead Audi and both chasing Toyotas in the 37s. Now Warntai was the quickest man of that last lap. Lucas was also in the 37s, a little bit wide there on the exit 4. Nothing too bad. That's the gap between himself and Endless, so Endless has been able to stretch away a little bit. Oh dear, that'll be lag. That's a dancing Audi. That's not good. We may well have lost Endless. And he's gone. Yeah, Endless is gone. What a shame yet again. Technical difficulties take out the LMP1 leader. So that, alas, is going to almost certainly take the class lead away from him. He's won 2 races and was second in Monza due to his pit stop strategy backfiring. So Lama is getting a little stuck behind one of the LMPs, or one of the LMP2s. I guess that's not blast a lot. It's Astrid Aslani, or WhatsApp, as he's otherwise known. Oh, Darky is getting close to Spudbuster. Our 2 Porsches are very close together indeed. Again, Porsche with the wheel on the left-hand side. Oh, he's thinking about it he had to think about it on the entrance to VDOL. Oh, and that's made Spud go deep. That's always a questionable sentence at the best of times. Again, Spudbuster's very deep on the exit. Or coming through turn 16, the Coca-Cola curve. Oh, you thought he had to think about a defensive move then coming into turn 1. Oh no, unfortunately, Hugo, good to see you under I realised that, Endless. So unfortunately we saw your dancing Audi. Oh, Garky getting very deep coming through turn 3. A great shame. Great shame. It looked like you were making some fairly decent progress. Logan then with his recovery drive is trying to get back past Bo. The LMP2 should be able to do that fairly easily. Oh dear, he's going a little deep. That's blast along. That's I believe that's the Honda powered one. Unfortunately, I need it elsewhere, so I'm going to leave you with this particular battle for now. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, I'm afraid I have an emergency. I have to deal with it, which means I have to stop the streams now. I'm very sorry, but family matters, I'm afraid, have got to come first.